So inside this box is the HeyBike Mars 2.0 Fat Tire e-bike. We actually have the original HeyBike Mars Fat Tire e-bike from a couple of years ago. Some of you guys might remember from when we were living in the High Ace. But now we have a second one, which will be nice so that we don't just have to share the one e-bike in order to get around the property or travel into the little village that's nearby, visit our neighbors and stuff. Should be nice to have a second one. Let's get this thing unboxed. So it looks like we've got a charging brick in this box, a couple of tools. I remember the other one also had these just to help you get it set up. And these look like the pedals. So as I'm assembling this e-bike, I'm realizing that it does have a couple of significant upgrades as compared to the original HeyBike Mars that we have just behind the camera. This one has an upgraded rear storage rack here, which is very useful for us. We're probably going to be using this thing to get around the property. It'll be nice to be able to attach a storage container on here and we can throw tools, strap them down, make it a lot easier so we're not just like making constant trips or having to use the truck or something like that just to go down to the tiny house over there and back. I believe HeyBike also has a couple of add-ons available on their website if you're thinking about getting one of these e-bikes. And there's various containers, storage containers, bags, things that go with this rear rack that are plug and play that you'll be able to use. This bike does also have a more powerful motor, allowing you to achieve a faster top speed with this thing, and it also has a more advanced pedal assist system as well. Woo! I forgot how fun these things are. Haven't really ridden the other one as much because one of the tires went flat. I think a pack rat might have found a chew toy not too long ago and we got to probably replace the tube on it, but it's going to be helpful to have this thing to get around the property and stuff. I mean, being able to get to both tiny houses in a couple of seconds is pretty nice. Not bad for cruising around the dirt roads out here as well. That's why a fat tire bike is an absolute necessity for us out here. We don't really have any pavement. It's all just dirt roads and gravel. In terms of assembly, pretty straightforward. Overall, nothing too crazy. They do give you all the tools. I wouldn't say it's easy. It definitely takes a little bit of time and patience, but the instructions are perfect. Had no problem following along on those, and I just haven't really assembled a bike in a while. The last one I did was probably 2 years ago with the original e-bike that we have, so pretty easy. Looking forward to taking this thing on some adventures. And I guess it's time for the first adventure. Normally I would just take a car to do this, but our mailbox out here is almost a mile away. It's a little bit of a journey. Got a beautiful afternoon today, so figure this is a good opportunity for a maiden voyage for the new e-bike. That was graceful. No mail. It's kind of funny. Checking the mail with the e-bike was actually faster than it would take if I were to use the truck or even the Elements. The suspension in both of those vehicles isn't great, and I take it pretty slow going over some of those bumps on that road. I really don't go faster than like 15 miles an hour max. But this e-bike was going over 20, no problem. I could hit all the bumps. The suspension on it with the fat tires was perfect. I'm gonna use the bike to check the mail from now on.
Nice ride.
You wanna try it out?
Yeah. You think I could ride on the back of this? It seems sturdy.
I don't think so.
We should put a seat here and then it'll be a double.
Go for it. Where are you going? There's 5 levels of pedal assist.
I was viewing these as throttles and I was really confused why it was going so fast when I hadn't hit the throttle yet. But then I remembered this is the brake.
There is a throttle.
This?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, right there. Yep, that's the throttle.
How do I make the level go down?
The buttons on the side, on the left. You see there's, yep, down. 0 is just nothing, so you're just pedaling.
I'll start with that.
Okay. So the little dash here has a charge indicator, 53.4 volts. It's a 48 volt battery, so that's fully charged. Shows your run time, your speed. There are 5 levels of pedal assist. Right now we have it on level 2. Then you have your odometer. We've got 4 miles on the clock on this thing. This is a 7-speed bike, so you have 7 different speeds to choose from. Brakes on both sides. And then there is a little switch here to control the lights. You have a headlight and a tail light that you can turn on and off if it's nighttime or not. And then you have a little horn. And then over here, there's 4 buttons. The plus one allows you to go up on the pedal assist mode, and then the minus one allows you to go down and toggle between 0 and 5 for the pedal assist. And then these 2 are just to show different numbers on the odometer, your trip counter, for example, or your max speed on your last trip, whatever it is that you want to track. There is also a smartphone app. It seems pretty neat. It allows you to update firmware. You can actually track the statistics from your ride as well. You can turn off the bike and turn it on, all from in the app, lock it and unlock it. Seems kind of cool. Of course, the other great feature is that it's a folding bike. Folds up pretty small and should fit in here. it is really nice that it's foldable, but one thing to take note of is that it's relatively heavy. I know Shannon has always struggled with the other one that we have, folding it up and getting it into the car. It definitely helps to take the battery out first. That makes it quite a bit lighter. But this thing is really well built. It is solid. And the fact that it can handle all those crazy bumps, that it is a fat tire bike, that it's meant for traveling off-road like this, means that it is also a little bit heavy. So just something to think about. So I guess in terms of first impressions, so far so good. Definitely have tested this thing out quite a bit over the past couple of days, riding it all around our dirt roads. There are tons of massive rocks and bumps, and it handles it all really well. It's, in fact, like I said before, even faster than taking the car to get around here in some situations. So very excited to have this thing. I'm certainly no e-bike expert or cyclist or anything like that. In fact, I'm probably pretty goofy looking. I'm sure you can tell in the videos riding around on this thing. I really just don't have a lot of experience with biking in my life. Haven't really done much of it. That being said, there are some pretty awesome features with this thing. I know I've already covered them, but the 5 stages of pedal assist seems more advanced than the previous version. The previous version was awesome, but seems like that's definitely an upgrade. The motor on this thing definitely feels more powerful. I mean, I was getting it up over 21, 22 miles an hour just on these dirt roads, and I think it can even go a little bit faster than that as well. Maybe if I ever get to try it out on pavement, we'll see. You know, the fat tire option is very important for us because there really is no pavement anywhere in sight out here. A regular tire would not work out here. HeyBike does offer a number of other e-bike options, and a few of them are just regular e-bikes without the fat tires. But like I said, that was the most important thing for us. And the fact that it's foldable, that you can transport it relatively easily, is also an added benefit. And then I do believe it has about a 45-mile range. So for us out here, just going to the mailbox and going to visit neighbors a few miles down the road and cruising around the property, we're pretty much never going to need to recharge this thing. Overall, very impressed with the bike to this point. I'll keep you guys posted on how it works out over the upcoming months and years as we're using it out here on this property. I do have a link and a promo code that you guys can follow if you are interested in checking out HeyBike. The link is in the description below. They are actually running a Black Friday special at the moment, so there is a pretty big discount on this bike and a number of their other bikes. And then if you use the promo code ElementLife, you can get an additional $30 off in addition to the Black Friday discount. So definitely excited to have this thing. As I said a couple of times, I'm going to go cruise around a little bit more on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a huge thank you to HeyBike for partnering with me on this video. I'll talk to you all again soon.